Welcome back, dear listeners, to another episode of Susan Lopresti Wellness, Mind, Body, and Soul, the podcast where we explore the highs, the lows, and everything in between when it comes to a woman's life, her health, and all aspects of navigating the midlife landscape. I'm your host, Susan Lopresti, and today I want to talk to you about some Ayurvedic techniques that have been around for thousands of years that have worked and continue to be practiced today. I want to touch on just a couple of rituals today. And let me just tell you a little bit about Ayurveda before we go any further. Ayurvedic medicine is one of the world's oldest holistic, meaning whole body, healing systems. It was developed more than 3,000 years ago in India, and it's based on the belief that health and wellness depends on the delicate balance between your mind, your body, and your spirit. And today, I just want to talk to you about two of many techniques that are incorporated into Ayurveda medicine. The first one that I want to talk to is tongue scraping. Now, both Western and Eastern medicine modalities look at the tongue for an indication of good health. First thing in the morning, after you use the bathroom and before you brush your teeth, you want to scrape your tongue with a copper tongue scraper. You want to use long strokes and gently pull the scraper from the back forward so that it removes the unwanted coating on your tongue. If you get up in the morning and you ever look at your tongue, you will see this white coating that's on your tongue. And this coating is called ama, which is a toxic product of improperly digested foods. And it blocks the subtle channels of the body as well as it disturbs your digestion. So Ayurveda says that scraping the tongue should only be done in the morning on an empty stomach. The tongue relates to different parts of the body and organs. So for now, know that scraping the tongue is a good way to start to observe the tongue, and as a result, the health of the internal organ. You want to get your copper scraper and you want to start from the back of your tongue. Put it as far back as you can without gagging on it. And with one long stroke, you're just pulling the white substance off your tongue. You want to rinse the tongue scraper underwater and do it again. And just continue to do that. So tongue scraping helps with bad breath. It helps to improve the taste of foods or your sense of taste. It also improves your immune system and it aids in better digestion. Right after tongue scraping is another Ayurvedic modality that's called oil pulling. And it's a healing technique also for your mouth. And basically, oil pulling is done first thing in the morning after you scrape your tongue, but before you brush your teeth and before you eat or drink anything. So you want to take a tablespoon or a little more of sesame oil, or if you want to use coconut oil, or even olive oil, if you want to try this and you've never done it before, and it's the only oil that you have in your house. But preferably sesame oil is one of the best. And you want to take a tablespoon or a little more and swish it in your mouth, just like you would swish regular mouthwash, right? And you just want to swish it up to 20 minutes for optimal results. And you may say, Susan, are you crazy? 20 minutes first thing in the morning? Well, think about it like this. Scraping your tongue is a half of a second, let's say, right? You scrape it, you rinse the copper scraper, you may do it one more time, but usually the first scrape is going to take most of it off. Then you're going to put the oil in your mouth. And like I said, for 20 minutes, you're swishing. Well, within that time, you could go make coffee. You could make your lunch for the day. You could take a shower while you're swishing. There's so many other things that you could be doing at the same time. So you could utilize and kill two birds with one stone, more or less, by oil pulling and doing something else. When you're done, you want to spit it in the garbage, the oil, and not down your drain. First of all, you want to protect your plumbing, but also you're spitting out all of these germs that you're pulling out with the oil into your sink, and you just don't want to do that. And also you're clogging your drain, like I said. So just spit it in the garbage. Now you can brush your teeth, which will help you to remove any other bacteria that's sitting on your teeth. So let's look at the benefits of doing this ritual. It's killing harmful mouth bacteria. The human mouth is full of bacteria, some good and some not so good. There's approximately 350 types of bacteria that are found in your mouth at any given time. And managing the ratio of good to bad bacteria is really vital to maintaining the health of your oral microbiome. An imbalance in favor of the harmful mouth bacteria is associated with many oral health problems, including gum disease, bad breath, tooth decay, as well as cardiovascular disease. Although many people may think that this is what mouthwash is for, studies suggest that using oil pulling is much more effective than using a mouthwash product, and I will explain about that in a little bit. So it also helps to prevent cavities. Tooth decay, also known as a cavity, is a widespread problem among American adults aged 20 and older. About 90% have at least one cavity. Cavities are caused by various factors that make up a perfect storm, including nutritional deficiencies, poor oral hygiene, consuming too much sugar, and a buildup of harmful bacteria in the mouth, which is called plaque. Studies show that oil pulling can help to reduce the number of harmful bacteria in the mouth, mainly by reducing one of the most common bacteria that leads to plaque buildup and dental decay. Oil pulling is more effective in lowering strep bacteria than using mouthwash. It also reduces bad breath. Halitosis, which it's also known as, is another prevalent condition affecting about half of the Americans that are plagued with this. Common causes of bad breath include tongue coating, which is caused by bacterial buildup. That's why we want to do the tongue scraping every day. Oral infections, poor oral hygiene, and also gum disease. Although the most common intervention is mouthwash treatment that uses harsh ingredients like chlorhexidine, studies show that oil pulling has more success than mouthwash at reducing the types of bacteria that cause bad breath. Not only is it more effective than using conventional mouthwash, but it's also safer. Mouthwash that contains antibacterial agents like chlorhexidine or alcohol can harm the good bacteria in the mouth and cause a microbial imbalance in the oral microbiome that can lead to many issues, including persistent bad breath. So it's actually counterintuitive when we use conventional mouthwash. So you want to stick to oil pulling. It also helps to improve gum health. Gum inflammation is also known as gingivitis, is marked by swollen gums and also bleeding gums. And one of the significant causes of gingivitis is a buildup of bacteria plaque on the teeth. Oil pulling is an effective remedy to gingivitis, especially when coconut oil is used. Coconut oil is a natural anti-inflammatory and also a gentle antibacterial agent. Studies highlight that you can notice the benefits of oil pulling in reducing gingivitis in as little as 1 week. Also, oil pulling is great for teeth whitening. Although there are currently no studies that prove that oil pulling whitens teeth, it's one of the most commonly reported side effects of this daily habit. Like all of the mentioned above, it does require making oil pulling a routine and sticking to it at least 4 times per week. With so many benefits, it seems like oil pulling is a no-brainer to adding to your morning routine. Plus, this habit is extremely cheap and easy to do, and there are claims that it helps with dark circles under your eyes as well. So with all of these benefits, why would you not try oil pulling? Give it a month, right? They say that you could see benefits within 1 week, but what are the benefits that you could see in 1 month's time? Give it a try, reach out to me, let me know the benefits that you receive from oil pulling, and I would be so excited to have you on my podcast to talk about the benefits that you receive from oil pulling. Thank you again for listening to my podcast. If you think that this episode or any of the episodes that you have listened to so far would benefit someone who you know and love, please kindly share it out to your people, to your tribe. My mission is to get as many people as possible to listen to these natural healing techniques that can make a world of difference on how you look and how you feel. And that's truly the purpose of my coaching programs, my podcast, and all of my programs that I have out there. It's through these simple, easy lifestyle changes that truly will make the biggest difference in your health and your well-being. So share it, subscribe, make sure that you subscribe to my podcast. So each Tuesday when I drop a new episode, you will be notified and you could go right to the podcast, listen to that episode, gain some insight on some healing modalities that you may not have ever heard of before. Give them a try and see the benefits that you reap from them. Until the next time, thank you again for listening. I appreciate each and every one of you. Kindly subscribe, and until the next time, be well, stay happy, and bye for now. Take good care, everyone.